In this video, I will prove that unstructured infinite hypothesis classes are not PAC-Learnable. If you don't know the concept of PAC-Learnability, you should check out a previous video I made on this concept. To begin, let's recall the second no-frilliance theorem we proved in the previous video. This theorem asserts that for any machine learning algorithm and any sample size n less than half the cardinal of x, there is a prediction function f from x to the set of 0, 1 labels, and a probability distribution d over features such that the expected probability of mispredictions of MLA of S is at least 1/4. Let's prove a lemma that will translate this finding about the expected probability of mispredictions into a statement about PAC non-learnability. This lemma asserts that if the expected probability of mispredictions of MLA of S is at least 1/4, then with probability at least 1/7, MLA of S has a probability of mispredictions that is at least 1/8. To do so, let us simplify notations by calling error of S the probability of mispredictions of MLA of S, and denote good the set of good samples, that is, samples that yield error of S that's at most 1/8, and define P the probability of S being a bad sample set. By bad, I obviously mean not good. We want to show that P is at least 1/7. By assumption, we know that 1/4 is smaller than the expectation of errors, which we can divide into cases where samples are good and cases where samples are bad. When samples are good, we make an error that's at most 1/8. But when they are bad, this error can be as large as 1. Moreover, we can rewrite all probabilities of the right-hand side in terms of P. Finally, we obtain that 1/4 is smaller than 1/8 plus 7/8 times P. And this implies that 2 is smaller than 1 plus 7P, which implies that P is greater or equal to 1/7. QED! To conclude, it suffices to consider the case where x is infinite. No matter how large the sample set is, it will then always be less than half of the cardinal of x. Therefore, there exist prediction functions such that with probability at least 1/7 over sample sets S, the prediction function MLA of S will mispredict labels with probability at least 1/8. I'll let you convince yourself that this statement negates the PAC-learnability of the problem, and thus proves that unstructured infinite hypothesis classes are not PAC-learnable.